is now my third attempt to get back into this trail, get back into this cemetery. I've come up and cut several trees off, me and a group of people have. We're going to come back this time and go, hopefully we will get all the way to the end of this cemetery. Now I will say this is opening deer season, so there's probably going to be a lot of people hunting. I hope we don't make them angry. However, we are going to try to get back to this cemetery today, and we are going to clear some trees. So, just going to crawl back in here and see what we can do. So, anyway, I'm going to show that there's a tree that probably needs to be moved. It's dead, leaning against other trees. So, we're going to... there have been people down through here. So, we're going to see if we can crawl up on the side of this. Make sure the people that are with me can get up through here, because that's a little bit of a mess. And I'm going to watch as they come through. Make sure that the yellow Jeep gets through. I'm going to watch. You see the Jeep coming through my rear view. You see how he's pretty stock. Make sure he gets through. He did. Okay. Well, we're going to continue down, and you see the first big tree that we did was right here. Since we've done this has actually been travelable. You can see people have been driving down through here. But we cut this one out not too long ago. We got this opened up. So we're going to continue down and just see how far we can go. Just up past this little ridge, we got to another place that we had to remove a tree. And we got that one moved across the road. So... we're coming down through here. Right in here, you can see those trees. We moved those a little bit too. That big tree right there, we moved that one. That's another tree that we cut out of here. So we've done a lot of work so far on this road. And we get up here to this little knoll, and you're going to see another group of trees that we're going to have to get cut out and get moved. And pretty trail, pretty dry back through here. I love the fall when the leaves cover the road and the path. It just makes it really nice and scenic and pretty. You can see further in the woods because the foliage is down. But right up here is going to be a couple of them that we're going to get cut up and move right around this little curve right here. You see one is right here, and then you see another one right there and right here. There's two. So we're going to get these cut and stay tuned. I'll video some more. Okay, as you can see, there's one tree, then here's two trees. We're going to get these two cut and moved. We're going to cut this one off of there and that one right in here. And I think I'm going to drag them back towards that tree. I'm just going to angle and come back, and then we'll work on those down through there. So anyway, this is our first bit of trouble. Okay, so this is number two. I think I'm going to cut here. I'm going to have to cut this one that is pulled up out of the ground, so that's dead and considered down. That one we're going to take, and you can see here, the road comes through here. So we're going to pull this around this way and winch it back around. So plan 1, plan 2, and plan 3. There we go. Okay, I'm going to show something here.
Oh, you got your extra battery.
You see this tree up here? They just got that done. Oh. Here's everybody that did the work, because look here, they got this one done. Saws, gotta love them. That one sitting on the front, the bar brake actually locked up. I only cut about part of this one, and I'm gonna show you something. Don't ever give grief to an electric chainsaw, because honestly, it's done all of this
on one battery.
On one battery without the gas-powered one. I only cut a small piece just to make sure my saw was going to work after I worked on it for 30 minutes. But everybody else here, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Deb.
Deb? Joe?
Gerald.
Gerald? Who?
Madison.
Who?
Madison.
She's so bashful, I know.
Allison.
And Allison. This is everybody that come with us. Okay, so we're going to head on down this trail. I'm going to video some more, and we're going to see what we run into next. Hope you enjoy the little pieces of video. Okay, we're going to head on now. Everybody's ready, and unfortunately I did not get to do much cutting, just simply because my saw broke and I had to fix it. Anyway, it is fixed. It's working. A little snug through here, but that's okay. The road's cleared out enough. We can get through here and so can everybody else. And it looks like this is the direction the road goes. So I am going to jump up on my map, folks, just to make sure I'm heading in the right direction. I know this road is not listed because it is a graveyard road. However, I do want to make sure I'm heading in the right direction to the graveyard. This is beautiful. Look down in there, that big valley down in there. It's pretty. Yep, here we go. Look here. I knew we'd run into another one. This is going to be pretty simple. We're going to cut and pull real quick. All right, next tree. And as you can see, we got those cut. So now we're going to head on. I'm going to look at my map first. Well, we don't drive but about 75 yards. We got another one. And if you look down there, we got another one. But I'm not sure which way this road goes. I am thinking it goes this way, but it may not. I'm going to have to find out, because right there, I'm going to walk a little bit. Anyway, we'll see you in a second. Okay, I didn't video this, but I took and winch. You see that big tree there? The road up here is clear. They're moving some small stuff. Cut that once, and we took the winch and drug it this direction. There's a road that cuts off here. We debated which one to take, but it looks like this road up here is the road that's actually back to the graveyard, and this may actually make a loop. But either way, we're going to continue down this way. What'd you see? A can? How old is it? And did y'all make it to the graveyard?
No, we didn't see a graveyard, but the road continues.
The road does continue on. Does it look pretty clear after these?
No, there's 2 more trees. There's that tree
Yeah.
and one more.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we're going to continue on, folks. Okay, as you can see, I keep forgetting to video the pulling with the winch. As you can see, I'm up here. There's where my Jeep is. I pulled all of this back here so far. We're getting this one done. And that's about as far as I can go. Huh? Yeah, probably going to need to cut it. But anyway, I got that done, so now I've got to see why my remote isn't working. I bet my battery is dead. Anyway, all right. Here we are to the next tree. I'm telling you, this graveyard's back here, and it's got a lot of trees down. And I'm not sure where the road goes, but there may be another one down there. But we're going to cut this one out of the way. Probably going to move it by hand. I'm going to give my winch a break for a minute. But I think we can all get a hold of it and just slide it to the side. It'll be pretty easy. So I'm going to get this one done and head on. Okay, here we are. Winching. And a lot of tree there. You know, what I'm doing is back and forth. I think I probably bit off more than I could chew here, because it's not breaking free over here, so I might have to cut that thing again before I winch it. So I think that's what I'll do, cut again. Okay, as you can see, that's a lot better. We're gonna move this over here. You can see we're pulling. I'm just gonna go up as close as I can. We may just trim off and go by that. I don't know. Looks like he's doing pretty good. Looks like I'm probably over about as far as I can go. And yes, I'm staying outside of the triangle of death. So you see my snatch block over there. Just gonna pull the whole thing over. All right, and I think that is gonna do us. We can roll the rest of this stuff over by hand and just drive that way. I think we'll be all right. I'll cut a few small limbs off here, and we're gonna go down here, turn around, look at the next tree, because there's more trees. But this is a beast getting back in here. I hope this graveyard's worth it. What do y'all think?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Someday we'll find out. Okay, tree number 345,000. Not really. All right, cut it over here, cut it over here, and we're gonna see if it'll twist. All right, I'm gonna probably have to cut a little bit more on these. All right. Okay, I had to come around the back side of this one, cut it some. As you can see, I'm pulling it on pretty easy now. We're gonna pull it around and it ain't gonna go nowhere. It ain't hauling much. There we go. I'm gonna pull a little bit more towards me, and then I'm gonna go over here to this tree and just drag it to the side. All right. All right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to pull to the side now. Give me a minute. Okay, didn't video this one. This tree, we cut it in pieces, roll it downhill. Got another one down there. Here we go. And got this one, not very big. We're going to get it done. Okay, I'm going to show something. This is the Big Daddy 2-inch, 14,000 pound working strength, no need for soft shackles recovery rope. Now this is a 50-foot rope. This self-weaves within itself. So you're supposed to be able to weave it through 7 times and it have its full 14,000 pound of working strength, which is a 34,000 pound, 250 braking strength, but working load is 14,000 pounds. I won this at the National Lanes Day. Run this from a company that give it to me. Great little rope. I'm going to use it for the first time. I'm going to show you what we're doing. We're doing the graveyard, getting to this graveyard. This is a really soft spot. I come through. I kind of thought this would happen, but there we go. And you can see he's just kind of buried out there. Just taking a little traction, really, really soft. There's some deep ruts right there. So we're going to pull him out. So let's try it and see what happens. Okay, y'all, I'm going to actually, will you video this? What I'm going to do is I'm going to let her video this and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this up and see how it actually works and show you guys how it works. Might be a little bit of a long video, but that's okay because this, can you see? This is supposed to weave through these little pockets, okay? And as long as you get through 7 of these, you should be able to pull full strength. So let's try this. We're gonna hook up. Now, first time ever hooking up on this. So I'm gonna come through and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna make sure I can get 7 of them. So we're gonna try this. Now this is supposed to be able to do no soft shackles needed, just a rope within itself that can pull an enormous amount of weight. And this rope is very soft. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I will say they recommend a minimum of 3 loops. 5, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. 6. This is 6 loops. Now I'm going to go to the other end and I'm only going to do 6 loops, not the full 7. There's not a lot of weight here, so I don't have to worry about pulling 14,000 pounds of weight. So what I'm going to do is let all of this rope out. It's a 50 foot. This is the big daddy, what they call it. This is the very, very long one. So I'm going to come through. Like I said, you got a hook point. Let's make sure you got enough to go 7. Well, I'm going to do 6 because, well, I did 6 on his. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I could go 7 on this end, but I only did 6 on the other. So here's what we're going to do. She's going to video. When I get tight, he's going to be in 4-wheel drive. You put it in 4-low, 4-high, doesn't matter. And then I'm going to pull him up out of here. So if you want to, just step back a little bit and video both of them.
All right.
And that way you can get them both in the shot. It just, when we tighten up, we'll be tightened up a bit and just turn the wheel straight. You'll be good.
Here we go. Smooth. Oh, I left my door open.
All right, that was easy. Honestly, I think I have my new favorite rope. No joke. This rope is not kinetic, but when I hit him, it was smooth like a kinetic rope. It was not like, I mean, it didn't, I don't feel like it had the stretch, but it was soft, and you can see that this is a real soft rope, and simple as can be to do, folks. I can tell you that this rope is, let me see if I can get my video up here. Well, this rope is a pretty expensive rope. Man, love it. This is an actually awesome rope. This thing was so cool, so simple, and didn't even feel him back there. I had to watch in my mirror to do this, but you see, no soft shackles, nothing needed. Honestly, if you have a side-by-side, you have a Jeep, you don't have a lot of recovery gear, this rope may be the rope that you get, because one rope does everything. Pretty simple. I mean, that was pretty nice. Anyway, wanted to show that speed strap, and hey, it's not bad. First time I ever used it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to post that separately on Facebook and tag the people that give me the rope that I won it during the National Land Day Cleanup Day at LBL with Black Flag Off-Road. And anyways, have some fun. Get out and about, folks. Where? Yeah. Okay. Folks, I've been telling you that we were going to the Emberger graveyard. That's not the case. This road off of 415. Yeah, right here's one and over there's one. It is the way the rocks are. That's indicative of how they would mark these graves way back. I've seen that a lot up here. Anyway, folks, just talking with the people with me that's worked their butts off today to get back here. Kudos. These guys are awesome. Anyway, here we go. This is the Mammoth Chinese Cemetery. It's X'd on the Avenza map, and I was looking for it, but here's the thing. The Chinese, from what I understand, and I know you all can correct me if I'm wrong, this is all I know, is that the Chinese did come and they were a workforce World War II, World War I. I mean, I'm going to have to dig into that. I don't want to say too much and be wrong, but this is the Mammoth Chinese Cemetery at LBL. Beautiful road back here. Do not come back here alone. There are a couple places that are deep. You will get stuck. Come back with someone. Have a little bit of recovery gear to the Mammoth Chinese Cemetery. Now, the Emberger Cemetery, there is a fork in the road back there. We debated which way to go, so we come this way, and it brought us to this cemetery. The other one takes us to the Emberger, I'm almost sure. So we're going to do that a different day because, oh my God, the amount of trees we cut down. But I'm going to show you how... Was I even videoing?
Oh, no.
Okay, folks, I just said a whole heck of a lot for nothing because I didn't even hit my record button. Anyway, here we go. I am going to show you this. I'm going to turn this around. Okay, so I can show you that this is a grave. You got the high part, the low parts on each side. I'm going to show you this. This is how they do this. I have done this a lot at LBL, so I know what to look for on graves. You got this slump, and then you got this high spot. But look, you've got these rocks. See these rocks? These rocks are indicative of a grave. Now, this is the Mammoth Chinese graveyard. And this cemetery, this is another grave. You've got your low spots and you got your high spots, but you got rocks across the top. I'm going to show you something else. You got another one over here. This one is more defined. This is what turned me on to looking, because look, you got these rocks. See these rocks? They outline this thing all across the top. This is sloped down here, up, and it's sloped over here. This is a grave. And there are multiple of these graves that are up here. But this is the Chinese that were here. Evidently, now I don't know a lot about them, World War I, World War II. This is a grave. This is a mound. You got your slopes around them. This is a mound for a grave. So there are multiples. There's one right over here. that you can see the weeds kind of drawn on the top. That is another Mammoth Chinese cemetery. No markers here, folks. These are the Chinese that come over to help build and work, and I don't know much more than that on the history, but I know someone has asked me about, or asked in a chat, if anybody knew where the Chinese were buried. Well, look at this. You can see that? You can see that is a mound. That is a grave. This is where Avenza puts these graves, this graveyard, the Mammoth Chinese Cemetery. This is it. And we've opened up this road. It has taken us from 9:30 this morning until about 2 o'clock today to get here. Do not come back here by yourself. Make sure you have somebody, you've got a tow rope or something at least, because there are a couple of soft spots that if you're not careful, you're going to get hung up in. The gentleman was with me, and his wife and daughter were, they got hung up. They were in two-wheel drive and just sunk really quick. You can see, I mean, they got kind of muddy on doing it, but no big deal. I mean, you understand. I mean, I've got mud tires. They're flotation. They're bigger. I can just float across a lot of stuff, but the smaller tires don't. So this is kind of neat, though. You've got the lake out here. All out here is the lake. It's down the hill there. It's all around you here. But this is the Mammoth Chinese Cemetery. The road that we split back there was, the other one did go to the Emberger. So I'm going to have to come back and do that another time. But anyways, folks, just letting you know, get out and about, go look, go get involved, and have fun. And this fella and his wife has been enormously helpful today. They have stuck with me all day. And daughter, there she is. Hey, they have really worked hard today. I don't know how many trees we cut. It was a bunch. And 7 or 8. Yeah, 7, and they weren't little trees. But anyway, we're going to get out of here because we're going to call it a day. And I'm going to come back and get to Emberger some other time. Another one to do. But it is beautiful out here, folks. It's quiet. Yeah. Listen to this. Nothing. Wind, leaves. It's beautiful. Anyway. But if you're wondering where the Chinese cemetery is, this is one. Glad we found it. So we're going to get out of here and go home. So get out and about, folks. Enjoy yourself. Explore. Till next time. Okay, folks, I'm going to show you the drive out of here. This is a nice, beautiful drive. I know you're going to see the hood of my Jeep. Apologize, but it's really the only way I've got to do this. There's a couple trees I just drove around and did not cut them out of the way because you can get around them. So I'm just going to leave it that way. I may eventually clear them, but you see this is one of them. It's just a big bunch of rotted mess. So I'm going to just drive around. It looks like this tree has probably been down a long time because this has been a drive around before. So I'll eventually clear that one out of the way, folks. But honestly, we've probably done more than 10 trees today. That's a lot of cutting, a lot of winching, a lot of pulling. And we're just going to beautiful drive out here. You can tell this road is not used much at all. This has been one of those that has just, I mean, nobody's been here in a while. You can see that. But now people can get back here. People can see more of the history of Land Between the Lakes. So hope you just enjoy this little bit of this drive. This one is another one I will probably cut out eventually, but like I said, just drive right around it. I have cleared so many trees today, I'm tired, folks. It's time to call it a day. The road seems to be well defined. You should be able to come down this road with no problem. This is a little soft spot. I'm going to wait for him to get behind me, and you can see the ruts. So I'm going to go high center and just see if he follows me instead of going in the tire ruts. Just do the high center part like that and show him to do that and see if he does it. Yep, he is. You can see this is a tree we've moved. That's one. Here's another tree. That's two. We're going to count them as we go back up. We're on number 2. Beautiful little drive back in here. And then see, it's kind of overgrown. Got a little bit of stuff around. Had one here, that was 3. That was a small one, more of a branch. It was a big branch. And then we got one here that is number 4 and number 5. There were 2 trees here down. And you can see here, we've got them both done. It's 5. And we're going to continue up. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the little branches. They'll fall out of the way. Is that 5? It's 5. 5. I did pick up that tire that was up there, and I'm bringing it out. I'm going to toss it away. I did pick up a glass bottle that was there. It was an older one, but I picked it up. Beautiful little place. This was number 6. You see this big tree? Number 6. Number 7 and number 8, because there's 2 trees there. 7 and 8. And we're going on back around. Just so people know, this is opening day of gun season, modern gun season in the state of Kentucky. So the worsted hunters out here, we did not see any of them. Hopefully we didn't disturb them. Here was number 9 and number 10. There were 2 trees here. One took the other one down, so we're at 10 trees already. 11 trees. And these are no little trees, folks. These are big. But we got 11 trees so far to get back to this cemetery. But it is opened up for people to go to. 11 cemeteries. No, 11 cemeteries. 11 trees. You can tell I'm tired. And here is 12 and 13. There are 2 trees, as you see, we're facing. 12 and 13, and you saw me tap a tree. Another one, 14. That was number 14. So 14 trees total so far. We're not out of here yet. That's 16 I've cut off this trail. All dead and down trees. No live trees at all. cemetery. Now, that's the Mammoth Chinese cemetery. Here's the deal about this. We still need to get to Emberger. So that will be another video for another time, and we'll get that. But you can see there's some ruts here. Since I opened this up, there's been some people come back in here. You see these ruts here. I stay to the high side here. I'm pretty sure he will too. And I stay up out of these ruts. A lot of people just try to drive them when they bottom out and get stuck. But either way, total of 17 trees, folks, to get this cemetery open. Half of it to the Mammoth Chinese and the other is to the Emberger. We will do Emberger another day. But it is neat to see how they used to mark these graves. It's interesting, folks. So I will say, get out and about, enjoy, have fun. When we come in, there was a hunter sitting here. He's gone now. But this is the road out of here. As you can see, that road right there is 415. It goes to the church. You would have to, from this video, hang a right, and the church is about a mile down the road. The only church in LBL that was here before and during and still here. Kind of neat. So I'm going to stop here and make sure that they get out of here. So I'm going to end this, folks. I'm going to be going home. It's been a good day. They're coming. 17 trees. That's a lot of trees, folks. And we do it because we love this place and we want to keep it open and we want to help LBL. Anyway, talk to you later. Get out and about.